Ladies and gentlemen, dear participants of 38th IBIMA conference, my name is Jolanta TUREK. I am an assistant professor at the SGH, Warsaw School of Economics. Together with Barbara OCICKA and Aneta PLUTA-ZAREMBA, we prepared a presentation, Consumer-Driven Supply Chain of Food Biopackaging, Wishful Thinking, or the Future. I will go through the presentation according to the following agenda. 1. Purpose of the presentation. 2. Research methodology. 3. Consumer-driven supply chain framework. 4. Transition challenges. And 5. Conclusions. The aim of the presentation is to answer the question: can consumer needs drive the biopackaging market development? The presented topic is a part of science project New Frontiers in Social Innovation Research, Social Innovation Management for Bioplastics, financed by the National Center for Research and Development and Symbio in Poland, within the program Transatlantic Platform Social Innovation Call. The Symbio project started in Poland on September 1st, 2020, and will last 2 years until August 31st, 2022. The Symbio project is a global one. In Poland, there are 2 partners, the SGH Warsaw School of Economics, which we are pleased to represent at this conference, and the University of Lodz. Globally, we cooperate with the Coventry University from the United Kingdom, Simon Fraser University from Canada, and Federal University of São Carlos, located in Brazil. The main aim of the Symbio project is to develop social innovations to meet the challenges of using biopackaging, especially compostable packaging in the food supply chains, following the principles of circular economy concept. The 4 stages of our project form a cycle of joint value co-creation with its stakeholders. We started by identifying the challenges for the usage of biopackaging in the food sector and its circularity in the economy. In the second stage, we integrated stakeholder groups to get to know each other's needs and aspirations in discussion panels. In the third stage, we will organize partnership panels of stakeholders to jointly develop innovations, for example, product and process innovations, supporting problem solving. In the 4th phase, our stakeholders will conduct testing, rapid prototyping, and evaluate the application value of selected solutions. Our today's presentation is based on the research results from the 1st and the 2nd project phases. The stages defining challenges and understanding problems create a complementary value. We selected qualitative research methods for the needs of each of them. Their selection was justified by the research problem to identify and evaluate the significance of the conditions for the development of a new emerging food biopackaging market. They aimed to obtain data from a purposely selected individuals with high level of expertise and experience, representing various interest groups of the market under investigation. At the first stage, a total of 31 individual in-depth interviews with stakeholder representatives were conducted. The interviews lasted from 60 to 120 minutes each. The researchers used semi-structured questionnaires, including a series of open-ended questions based on the topic areas to cover during a dialogue with a specific stakeholder. At the second stage, focus groups discussions took place during a workshop designed and conducted in accordance with the Social Innovation Lab methodology. Altogether, 22 stakeholder representatives were involved in 3 permanent focus groups from 4 to 8 participants each, discussing the research themes simultaneously and separately. The time frame for the stakeholder panels was 90 minutes. The analysis of semi-structured interviews and focus group discussions revealed 2 main cycles, in which the relationships and activities between different supply chain members can be categorized, leading to consumer-driven biopackaging supply chain. While the first cycle, on the right side, is linked to leveraging the independent demand for products packed in biopackaging, especially in compostable packaging, the second one can be attributed to the managing the dependent demand for the biopackaging. A manufacturing company of finished goods is a link in the supply chain connecting both cycles, and the decision maker as to the type of packaging used. A manufacturer balances the demands of consumers with the higher costs of biopackaging compared to conventional plastic ones that limit dependent demand and supply on the biopackaging market. Thus, consumer demand for products packed in biopackaging will stimulate the production if consumers' purchasing decisions affect manufacturers' choice of packaging type. The analysis of factors, barriers that distort these cycles are presented in the following section according to the identified themes. Our research study resulted in identification of 4 main transition challenges. First is insufficient level of consumer knowledge about biopackaging, including compostable packaging in the circular economy. It derives from lack of awareness of the packaging problem importance, lack of education and information campaigns on biopackaging, including compostable packaging, lack of intergenerational communication and transfer of good patterns to the next generations, shortage of mobile applications supporting the dissemination of knowledge and waste segregation, lack of clear information on the packaging about its compostability. The second challenge is low social involvement in the circular waste management. This challenge is related to reluctance and resistance to changes taking place in waste management and low social capital, low waste segregation culture, limitations in home infrastructure to waste segregation, no individual responsibility for the lack of improper segregation of waste, and low consequences for households not respecting the rules of waste segregation. Third transition challenge is insufficient corporate social and environmental responsibility in supply chain of food packaging. This challenge is influenced by the following factors: insufficient integration of economic, environmental and social objectives into one main sustainable development goal, enterprises lacking competences and experience regarding the issues of biopackaging and circular economy, lack of reliable, common and structured source of information and knowledge on biopackaging, enterprises lacking strategic approach to packaging, and education system putting too little emphasis on circular economy and biopackaging. Fourth transition challenge is greenwashing on the biopackaging market, including compostable food packaging. This challenge is expressed through communication chaos and inconsistency of information provided to consumers, lack of standard labeling system informing that the packaging is bio or compostable, lack of consumer awareness about exposure to greenwashing due to the trust in the producer's brand or product, unconscious greenwashing in business operations, and lack of available tools to identify and verify unfair practices. Presented research results allowed to draw a number of conclusions. Firstly, the biopackaging market as a niche market is still at very early stage of its development. Second, researchers consider consumer trends in the group of the main determinants of the biopackaging market development. Research findings allowed to identify a plethora of challenges in the supply chain perspective. Understanding the mutual needs and aspirations of supply chain links, including manufacturers of finished goods, packaging manufacturers, suppliers of raw materials and bioplastics, is crucial for the implementation of a consumer-driven system for biopackaging. This transition of food biopackaging market is evolutionary, not revolutionary in nature, requires a system approach and integration of multi-actor network. This presentation was based on research conducted within the Symbio project, New Frontiers in Social Innovation Research, Social Innovation Management for Bioplastics. Symbio is a joint initiative between the researchers in Canada, Brazil, Poland, and the United Kingdom. The project is implemented under the Transatlantic Platform Program Social Innovation Call, and in Poland is financed by the National Center for Research and Development. We are using a social innovation approach to address the environmental and social challenges of biopackaging throughout its entire supply chain, from sourcing to end-of-life management. We invite you to follow the results of our research at the website. For further information, please contact our project team. Thank you.